Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone tonight. Notice is hereby given of a regular meeting of the directors of the District Board of Directors to be held at 105 Court Road, Port Isabel, Texas, on April 22nd, 2026 at the hour of 5:30 p.m. for consideration of the business of the agenda below. This notice is posted at the office of the district on April 16th, 2026 at 4:30 p.m. in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 551-041-551-050, not less than 3 days prior to the time of the said meeting. Today we do have the presence of a quorum. We have present Mr. Botter. With notice, Dr. Lalonde is not going to be here. Mr. Friedman's here. Mr. Starkey notified he will not be here. And we have Mr. Donahue here today. If I may please have everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, please bless this day and thank you for the rain that you have provided. And please help us to continue to buck the trend of drought and help us continue to get sufficient rain in our watershed to help fill these reservoirs and get us out of this drought, this food program condition, help supplement our water rights. And we just pray for your support to help us continue to provide good service. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
For the record, we have Dr. Lalonde joining the meeting.
Evening, everybody.
Moving on to item 3, invitation to the audience for public comments. Staff, board, Zoom.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I do want to announce that we have 2 retirees this month. One of them being Mr. Bartolo Perez. He is the fleet maintenance manager. He will be retiring on 30th of this month after 15 years of service. And then we have Evelyn Saldiva. She is the lab manager. She's her last day is on Monday, and 23 years of service.
Wow. Tell our fleet manager that tonight we approved 10 new trucks. See what he said.
You never even got to the 30th, so I don't know.
Anything
Congrats
else?
to those guys. Congrats to them and the
Much appreciation.
Yeah, that's great news.
Anything else? Let's take it to 4. Consider and discuss for possible approval the minutes of the workshop meeting and the regular meeting held at April 2nd, 2026. Motion approved. Motion made by Mr. Donahue, second by Dr. Lalonde. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Item 5, General Manager's Report.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Reservoir levels, as of this afternoon, they were at 26.7. The combined levels, they have gradually gone up with this little rain. Thank God that we've gotten it, right? The next bullet here, General Manager position update. So just wanted to let the board know that we did post the position as of April the 9th. It went out on social media, Indeed, it's going out in the press. It'll be on the press this month and next month as well, and I think first week of June. It's just to provide an update as far as applications, we have been receiving them.
You said the first week of June?
First week of June is the last time that it'll go out in the press.
Okay.
Yes.
Did we put on there an amount of time that we will be accepting resumes?
We did not.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I would think we give it a couple months. Just,
Until June is what he just said.
yeah, well, June is, they're gonna publicize it again in June. So maybe like June 30th would be like our final day to accept or something.
In the press, it's gonna go, that'll be the last time it goes out. Social media, it's still going out there, and we'll
Yeah.
have it on our website until, probably June 1st, something like that.
Okay, cool. I say June 30th is our last day, and then we'll collect everything and see what we're gonna do.
June 30th, right?
Yeah.
Closing June 30th.
Yeah.
Accepting June 30th.
Yeah, yeah. It's plenty of time.
60 days, I think it has to be 90 days.
Oh, does it really have to be
I don't
90
know
days?
for a fact, but.
Brian, does it have to be 90 days minimum?
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
No.
No?
There's no minimum or maximum.
Okay, great.
Professional.
So, next bullet is the, Texas Water Development Board, desalination video. Just to, I'm fairly confident a lot of us have seen this video, but I just wanted to play it here for the board, just in case you hadn't. Texas Water Development Board came out here, I think in January it was, and they interviewed, staff and, provided some data with regard to our project.
The way I describe it is that we're at the southernmost tip of Texas in the Rio Grande Valley, and we provide water to South Padre, Port Isabel, Laguna Heights, Laguna Vista, and Long Island Village. The biggest thing to remember about our area is that we have year-round residents, and we're also a tourist area. We draw our water from the Rio Grande, right, which is fed through the Falcon and Amistad reservoirs. Over the last few years, it's gradually declined as far as the reservoir levels go. The biggest thing is drought condition, and it's been ongoing for over 5 years, and we need to make sure that we have a sustainable water source. You want to widen your portfolio, you want to make sure that we have other resources than just the one, to make sure that we continue to be able to provide water to our community. Seawater desalination hit all of our markers. Our close proximity to one of our current plants, unlimited supply. We're a coastal area, we take advantage of what we have available to us.
We have salty water. I mean, that's our source. You gotta get the salt out to be able to drink it. And we're right on the coast. We have nice channels that have been built in the 1930s that are 30, 40 feet deep. So we have access to good source water from a seawater standpoint. The tides help us. There's a lot of circulation here. So it's an available resource that we can put to use without any adverse environmental impacts. TCEQ has public drinking water rules that are based on conventional systems, and this is an innovative alternative treatment. The rules aren't written, so we have to demonstrate it through actual data collected from our proposed water source, which is the Port Isabel channel turning basin. Our Port Isabel turning basin is considered part of Laguna Madre Bay. We're also just north of the Brownsville Ship Channel, and the Brownsville Ship Channel is what goes out to the open Gulf. But because of our close proximity to the Gulf, especially here south of the Causeway, if you're familiar with South Padre Island, it behaves the same as being out in open waters. So all that tidal exchange that's constant here is just really beneficial for our water quality source.
Over on the dock is where we have our temporary pilot intake set up. And so it's drawing in water from the Laguna Madre, bringing it in to the mixer, mixing it with chemicals to make it clear. We're bringing it into the clarifier so everything can settle out. To my left, we have the microfiltration, which is the step to help prior to the saltwater RO to make sure the water is as sediment-free as it can be. And then over here in this container, we have the saltwater RO, which is the membrane where the raw water is going across the membrane, taking the salt out and leaving the potable water ready for entrance into a potable water system.
We're at our existing water plant in Port Isabel. Our current diversion today is from the Rio Grande, and we're going to co-locate our seawater improvements to the same spot where we'll have a diversion from the bay, the Port Isabel channel, and it'll essentially commingle with our diversions from the river so they can supplement each other. We have existing facilities, and we'll be able to run the systems in parallel to feed our existing entry point into the system. So there's a lot of infrastructure that's already here to just make the project more efficient and save costs for our taxpayers. We're actually planning to use reverse osmosis for both the river and the bay. It's the first time we've got to a reverse osmosis level of water quality feeding the system, regardless of the source. So we're gonna have the best water quality we've ever had upon completion of this project.
We've done several environmental surveys to find that the location we've selected inside the turning basin has the least impact. We're not impacting seagrasses. The environmental footprint that we're taking up has been minimized to the greatest extent possible.
What we do have is we have an outfall in place for our municipal sewer plant with diffusers So it just releases the water at a low flow, prevents erosion, protects the environment, so we don't have any, effects with discharge. And so we mix with our treated effluent and the concentrate to get a dilution. We have our tides that exchange every 6 hours or so. And with all those conditions, you reach a dilution that makes it safe to return back to the bay.
The people of Port Isabel with Lagoon Migrant Water District, have entrusted us with ensuring that they have water security not only today, but, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now.
This ensures that we don't only have to rely on the Rio Grande, that seawater desalination for us is our answer to be able to provide for generations to come.
There you go.
That's very nice.
The Water Development Board made that?
Yes,
Why did they make it?
well, since they provide funding, there's certain projects that they pick and choose to push out and kind of, let the public know that these are the projects that they're funding.
Okay, great. Now, I read an article in the Wall Street Journal just this week, I don't know if anybody here saw it, but it was about how San Diego, which was in water crisis in the 90s, built like the best desal plant in the country, and now they are selling a ton of their water, or kind of like they're trading water rights basically, because the Colorado River, right, is in such trouble that flows, and whatever other river flows through Arizona. So now they're like leading the country in this sort of stuff. You should look it up. I'm sure you can find it. San Diego desal plant. I know you know about the plant, but just to read the article, because that should be on your lips.
Right.
We could absolutely do the exact same thing to other people who need water and will need water in the coming years. So, we could really be an answer. So anyways, I think it just reaffirmed to me that we're doing the right thing, and we gotta get some of these other big issues taken care of so we can keep barreling ahead.
Yeah. Great.
Anyways.
Yeah, I guess if I got a couple of comments, because we have been receiving phone calls now that the video's out, floating around. One in particular, they're basically minerals recovery. I guess their company, Remnant Minerals Recovery, where they're working with Texas A&M University to try to harvest potassium chloride from the concentrate. So they're requesting to be able to collect samples for their research opportunities at no cost. So, it's kind of information like that if we want to consider other, partners to participate on this site, see if we can get any mutual benefit.
Yeah,
Working
absolutely.
with people on to that effect. So just,
We gotta cross the line first.
right, yeah, so that was just, one of the calls that came up for us to consider.
Cool, thanks.
Alrighty, so, the next bullet here is water rights usage update. So, what I wanted to, do with this is notify the board of the usage for the first quarter. At the end of, March, we've used up, 2,360 acre feet. And just to give you, a little bit, there is, our fully prorated amount is 5,946 acre feet. So that is a large amount, something that we hadn't necessarily experienced over the last couple of years. I believe 2023 or 2024 was the last time that we were at this rate. I just kind of want to let everybody know that we're using the water at a faster rate than what we have to maintain and sustain for the rest of the year. So there's one thing that I'm looking at is leasing from another entity. I have already begun discussions. That is the fail-safe today. And the whole reason behind us building this desalination plant, right? Had we not been prorated, we would have had enough water, but here we are today, and there will be a contract with some amounts easier than purchasing water rights right now. 1 acre foot of water equals to about $3,500. So with the amount that's needed, And that's not
3,500 for a lease or a purchase?
3,500 for a purchase of one acre foot of water. If we lease it right now, in discussion with the Hidalgo County, we're talking $70 an acre foot. So, that's where we are right now. For the most part, there's a lot of reasons why this number is a little bit high. We're narrowing them down. It's looking like equipment failure right now, but as soon as we know, we'll keep you updated and we'll knock it out. And for the most part, that's our how we get by.
Who tells us how much we use? Is that from like the pump that comes out of the Rio Grande?
This is TCEQ. Yes,
TCEQ knows how they measure.
TCEQ notifies us every month, but we also get meter readings, and there is a difference between our readings and theirs, and not to say that our equipment's not working, it's just their conversions, right? So we usually stay a little bit ahead, right? But for the most part, we rely on them to let us know. They're monitoring to make sure that as far as accuracy and what their accounting side takes into account, right? But we do monitor it, and we have been, which is why,
Eddie, if we have the highest rate of usage we've had in years, shouldn't we also have the highest revenue in years?
well, here's the thing, that our demand, it hasn't changed,
Right.
right? Our demand hasn't changed, so I think we're right on track as far as revenues and expenditures go. But our demand has not varied so much in the last 3 years. So I strongly believe that it's something in our infrastructure that's creating the problem, right? Which is why I say equipment failure, right?
Yeah.
But
So are we trying to locate it basically at this point? huh?
yes, I mean, we've narrowed it down to a couple of things, right? One of them's flow meter. The more likely culprit is the flow indicator, or the level indicator at reservoir number 4. We're gonna take care of that, and then also continue looking for leaks just in case that's not the case.
It's not just an accounting error between what they're saying. we're using,
No,
what we're
no,
saying we're using?
we've verified it on, with our records and then theirs.
So they know exactly how much water has been pumped out of the Rio Grande, right?
Yeah, well, for the most part, they trust in our equipment, our pumps, our meters, and they come and monitor our site. They know what water is supposed to be drawn, because they release it, right?
Yeah.
According to every order. But, as far as what's drawn and what's lost into then that's where, right? And they come and monitor our meters, our accounts at the sites to make sure that we're drawing the water we're supposed to.
So where is the first meter?
The first meter is at the river pump station, right on the pump.
Right, it's right, yes, so we should know exactly how much water comes out, right?
Yes,
And then we should be able to take that number and check it against all the meters downstream, and they should be the same minus some small percent of loss due to small leaks and this or that. And-
right.
Evaporation,
Yeah, you
and
have all
right-
that in evaporation.
But right now, it should be, you're telling me it's higher, like, we've drawn this much and we're not, our demand hasn't changed, so something's going on.
That's what we're trying to track down. Yes.
Okay, it seems fairly important.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it? Yes? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm just trying to talk it through. So you guys will have us an update on the next meeting, like with more specifics, I guess, huh?
Yes, well, with the corrective action that we've taken, right? I mean,
Okay.
we've already started that, but, for the most part, yes, with something more concrete.
Because it sounds like we've used 2/5 of our water for the year? Or was it 3/5?
Let's see.
Okay,
2,900 out of 5,900.
okay, it's 2,900 out of 5,900, so yeah, just 47%.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, 40%, we've done 40%, so, I mean, it's, at the same rate, we need to do something in August.
Okay.
Another thing that we instructed our guys to do at the plant is call
the water master every morning, see if there's any free pumping, and first come, first serve. So if there is, we're trying to snag those up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've already started with that, over the past, 4 days, we've gotten 2 days of no charge water. It's not a lot, but, if we continue to do so and we continue to get, receive it, it'll accumulate, right? It'll pile up. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, hey, if you guys got 2 days of no charge water a month over a whole year, that's almost a whole month of free waters. All right, best of luck. Look forward to learning more about it.
Sure. That wraps up the manager's report.
Thank you. Let's move along to item 6, district engineers report.
Alright, yeah, I guess I was just bringing up, with Bureau of Reclamation, we have our first, performance progress report, put together. It'll be due by April 30th, where we're submitting all the activity for pre-award, which is basically December 1st, 2024 to March 30th. And I mean, it's all, the permitting, planning, piloting, environmental compliance, that's ongoing. And, that environmental compliance schedule is really just dependent on us picking up that property that we're in the process of condemnation. So that's really setting our critical path for getting, the seawater project done. But, it seems to be going well. It's just more of an accounting issue to show how we're gonna be getting the grant portion, the 25% federal, and the remainder being local. And, seems to be on schedule with what we need to submit, unless there's any more specific questions on it. That was really just an update that we have on it right now.
Charles?
Alright. And then I guess the second item here is just the elevator storage tank for Sachi. I don't know if you've seen that tank, it's looking pretty rusted, a lot of pitting. It's beyond the point of you need an overcoat, it needs a full blast and repair. And so we're trying to work on.
9 lives.
Yeah, so we're trying to, the project schedule to really get that done is gonna definitely carry over into next fiscal year. So we're trying to get, the front and at least the bidding done this fiscal year, and just make sure we have enough budgeting for next fiscal year to get a full blast and full recoated on the site. And it's also using current coating systems, like the coating system we have in Port Isabel. It's fairly new, but it's gonna last a good 20 years.
New technology.
Yes, so we're trying to establish a budget and get the newer technology to really set up at the Sachi tank. So that's where we're at with it right now.
They're doing, well, I've seen in other areas where they're using that, like Duraliner, that spray stuff they put on there now.
Yeah, it has a poly 608 or something like that. It's a new term, and I'm working with Sherwin-Williams and Tanina to get the correct specs and try to do as much as we can in-house to get it on the street.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's,
fendered in it.
Huh?
Pretty fendered in it.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even you already see our tank here in Port Isabel. It'll be the same type of system that put in place with this tank, but for the entire system. Yeah, that concludes the engineering.
Thank you, Charles. Let's move to 7, district director of finance report.
I'd like to give the board an update on investment activity. In November, 4 CDs matured and were reinvested. 3 were rolled into new CDs with American National Bank and Trust at a rate of 3.71. All those were maturing in November 2026. The 4th CD, totaling about 3.3 million, was moved into a money market account with Interbank, earning approximately 4.15. In February, 4 additional CDs were matured. 2 were reinvested with American National Bank and Trust at 3.71, maturing in March 2027. And 1 was reinvested with East West Bank with a rate of 3.63, maturing in November 2026. The final 2 was 2 funds were totaling nearly 2 million, were put into, brought back to Plains Capital Bank. This was LIB project funds. And Those are earning 340 at Plains Capital Bank, so that's to support ongoing project expenses. Any questions?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
The next item.
Item 8, consider and discuss possible approval of the budget amendment to establish Fund 15 seawater desalination construction.
So in November, we closed on the sale of the bonds for the seawater desalination project. But because it happened after the beginning of the fiscal year, we haven't established a budget for those funds. So this action that I have before you today is to create a new fund. This would be Fund 15. It would be for the construction of the seawater desalination project, and it'll also recognize the grant that we received, 17.5 million that we received of grant funds. So this will create 2 departments within Fund 15, one to track the grant funds, and then the other one to track the construction of the seawater desalination project. And then at the end, when the project is complete and constructed, we can close this fund, and ongoing expenses will continue in the general fund.
Okay. Possible approval, it's an action item.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Dr. Laurent, second by Mr. Botter. Are all those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? None, motion carries. Thank you. Item 9, consider and discuss possible approval monthly financial report for January 2026.
As Dr. Long was saying, do we have higher than expected revenue? It's modestly higher. We have seen an uptick in water sales, and we attribute that to some new irrigation that wasn't going on before. We did lower the restrictions on some of this irrigation, so we are seeing a little bit of an uptick there in water sales. But not to the level of what we were talking about earlier.
So we need to acknowledge these financial, acknowledged by Mr. Botter,
Acknowledged.
acknowledged by Dr. Laurent, acknowledged by Mr. Friedman. Mr. Donahue? Acknowledged. Acknowledged. That moves along to item 10, consider and discuss for possible approval for asphalt services of Laguna Boulevard, South Padre Island.
Yay.
Mr.
Chairman, members of the board, we advertise and request for proposals for this repair project on Laguna Boulevard in South Padre Island. Since we want to recommend a new vendor, we called some reference and we had a conference call with him, and we involved Mr. Don Bloom. He's the public works inspector for the city of South Padre. We were satisfied with the answers of the vendor. We let him know he's going to be tested by a third-party company, and we want to make sure he understood the scope of work. So after this, staff's recommended board approval and award the asphalt service to JC Construction for $14,760.
Make a motion to approve.
Was the city on board with this contractor as well?
Yes, sir.
That's what John said.
Yes, sir. When we made contact with the new company, we brought Don in, like Anita saying, we had a sit-down conversation via phone with the contractor. The expectations were laid out. We're gonna have factory testing done by a third party, and with a 1-year warranty on the material and the work. He was on board with it. Don was happy with the responses. That's why we're proceeding with this bid.
Great, I second.
That's a motion made by Mr. Botter, second by Dr. Laurent. All those in favor?
Aye.
There are any opposed? None, motion carries. My only comment is that that's a big swing in pricing between those vendors.
If you recall, the last meeting, I did make the comment that when Enrique and I spoke to John Wilson, the other work director, or assistant with, he said that price range was what it should fall on. So, with that being said, we
Meaning
proceeded,
fall on the lower side of?
no, that price
That
range
price
is
range is-
right up, right where it should
Okay.
be. Nothing higher, nothing less, he said that's about right.
That's the range?
Yes, sir,
There's been a
so,
lot of eyes on that thing, so I just.
Yeah, so-
We have somebody else inspecting it, a third party that's.
so, since you say that, we are gonna have South Park Valley inspecting, we're gonna have two of our guys doing inspection, taking notes, making sure that everything's moving the way it should be. If there's concerns, bring them up right then and there, until we can address them right then and there.
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Let's move along to, item 11. Consider and review expenditures from, April 1st, 2026 through April 15th, 2026. It's an acknowledgement item. Acknowledged by Mr. Donahue, Mr. Friedman, and Mr. Blotter. Mr. Dr. Lalonde has stepped out. We can wait a moment, I guess, and proceed.
I could throw my voice, I would. One word from you,
What's that?
acknowledge.
Acknowledge.
For the record.
Financials.
For the
Acknowledge
record,
the financials.
for the record, Dr. Lalonde acknowledges,
Trying to do your
all
voice.
members have acknowledged. That moves along to item 12, executive session, permitted by the Open Meetings Act, VTCA Government Code, section 551001, at sequence under section 551071, consultation with attorney under section 551072, deliberation about real property. Item A, discussion and possible action concerning lift station for rehabilitation project with Moreville LLC. Need a motion to go into executive session at 6:02 PM.
So moved.
Motion made by Dr. Lalonde, seconded by Mr. Blotter. All those in favor? They are. Any opposed? None. Motion to go into executive session has been approved. Need a motion to come out of executive session at 6:22 PM. Motion made by Mr. Donahue, seconded by Dr. Lalonde. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item A, discussion and possible action concerning lift station for rehabilitation project with Moreville LLC. Need a motion to,
Make a motion that we proceed,
Make a motion that, council continues settlement discussions.
motion made by Dr. Lalonde and seconded by Mr. Blotter.
stumble through my day.
All those in favor? They are. Any opposed? None. Motion does carry.